Confidence isn't something that disappears when things get hard. True confidence stays with you, sits on the roof with you, follows you everywhere you go. Some people only feel strong when life is easy, but real competitors walk into any moment knowing exactly who they are. You can have talent, speed, strength, the ability to jump, shoot, run, lift, or create, but without that inner fire, without that instinct that refuses to shut off, all the talent in the world goes silent. The great ones don't have an off switch. They don't coast. They don't wait. They don't relax their ambition just because life tells them to slow down. They wake up expecting to win, expecting to push, expecting to become more than they were yesterday. Success becomes personal. It becomes your responsibility. Champions aren't admired because of something magical they were given. They're admired because of what they were willing to sacrifice. While others sleep, they get up. While others hesitate, they decide. While others complain, they execute. Some people chase approval. Winners chase outcomes. And if you're chasing outcomes, understand this. The person who is willing to sacrifice the most, endure the most, and hurt the most for their dream becomes the most dangerous person in the room. The ones who win are the ones who cannot be stopped. Every victory costs something. Every goal requires a toll. You don't have to be the most talented. You just have to be relentless. You have to be willing to become someone stronger, sharper, and more disciplined than the version of you that woke up this morning. When you reach the moment when it feels too heavy, when you want to quit, when comfort calls your name, that is the moment champions are made. Anybody can work hard when they're excited. It's what you do when you're tired, when you're frustrated, when you feel invisible. That's where greatness begins. You must know exactly what winning looks like to you, define it clearly, then figure out the measurable actions that move you closer to it day after day. Whether it's shooting 1,000 shots, swimming every day for years, or practicing until your arms shake, the results come from the repetitions you do when nobody is watching. Champions don't rely on hope, they rely on preparation. They commit to being the most coachable, the most focused, the most detail-driven person in the room, the fundamentals. Everybody can show up early, stay late, lift weights, run drills. But the mindset, the hunger, the attitude, the discipline, that's the separator. There are people who don't feel right unless they're chasing something. They need the next challenge, the next rival, the next mountain. And once they conquer one, they look for another. Not because life forces them to, because greatness requires it. A champion isn't just battling an opponent, they're battling their own limits. They're in constant war with doubt, complacency, fear, and excuses. Winning demands that you talk to yourself in the right way. You remove the noise, the fear, the negativity, and you keep only the thoughts that move you forward. You listen, you learn, you adapt, you keep going. The smallest victories build the biggest belief, and belief, real belief, not fake confidence, is the fuel that pushes people past the impossible. When you truly see yourself becoming great, the work becomes non-negotiable. When you merely wish for greatness, the work becomes optional. It's easy to forget that the road to success is made of steps most people never see. The invisible steps, the late nights, the early mornings, the lonely hours when doubt is louder than courage. You step anyway. Even when the ground shakes, even when the next step isn't clear, even when you fail and fall and scrape yourself up, you step again. Those steps are endless because winning isn't final, it's a constant climb. The biggest champions in the world, athletes, artists, business minds, carry something most people never develop: massive self-belief. They see themselves achieving long before the world sees it. They commit long before the results show up. They train past failure, past exhaustion, past criticism. They understand that setbacks are not signals to quit. They're instructions on how to grow stronger. Confidence comes from preparation, thousands of repetitions, countless hours, endless discipline. When the moment of pressure comes, they don't ask themselves to do something new. They simply repeat what they've done thousands of times before. That's why they appear calm under pressure. That's why they look fearless. Fear happens when you doubt your preparation. Confidence comes when you trust it. People will call you cocky for believing in yourself more than they believe in themselves. Let them talk. The great ones aren't fueled by approval, they're fueled by obsession. They hate losing, but they're grateful for it because each loss sharpens them, strengthens them, teaches them. They remember the lessons, not the excuses. Every champion has days where they don't want to train, don't want to work, don't want to move, but they move anyway. That's what separates the unstoppable from the average. Hard work is universal. Everyone says they do it. But discipline, consistency, coachability, being present, absorbing knowledge, evolving, those are rare traits. Those are the traits that build legacies. Some people think winning is a goal. It isn't. Winning is a result. The goal is the effort you can control, the diet, the sleep, the training, the focus, the internal dialogue, the decisions you make every day. And the more you control those, the more the results show up, the more the work compounds. Improvement isn't magic, it's mathematics. It's what happens when little effort multiplies over time. Mistakes. Champions make plenty, but they learn, and they use those lessons to help others avoid them. They don't hide from their failures, they build from them. They don't blame, they take accountability. They look at what they could have done better, They find solutions instead of pointing fingers. That accountability becomes their power. Life is going to test you. It's going to bruise you. It's going to hand you days that feel impossible to survive. But it is your responsibility to stand back up. You owe yourself another attempt, another push, another chance. Every comeback begins with one decision: I'm not staying down. The greatest victories come after moments when most people would have quit. Hard times build strong people. Strong people create good times. Good times make people soft, and soft moments break easily. To rise above the cycle, you have to be the one who gets up when everything hurts. You have to become your own motivation. You must recognize that the only person who can truly stop you is you. If you want success, you have to treat time with respect. Everyone has 24 hours. Some waste them. Some complain they don't have enough. But time is there. The day is long enough if you cut out the excuses. Read, study, practice, build, refine. An hour a day for a year could change your entire life. The problem is not time. The problem is priority. When you want something badly enough, you find the hours. You squeeze effort into the cracks of your day. You push yourself because you know that nobody is coming to save you. Nobody is going to hand you the dream. You build it with your blood, effort, and discipline. You don't waste a minute. You handle responsibility first. When you've earned your right to play, then you play. Betting on yourself means trusting your work more than your fears. It means believing that you have value, that you have potential, that you can grow. It means dedicating yourself to the process, even when progress is invisible. It means walking into every room looking for a way to get the job done, not looking for excuses. There will be moments when life hits you with something so heavy you think you can't continue. Injuries, failures, betrayals, heartbreaks, disasters. You'll get angry, sad, lost. But eventually you stand up because the mission is bigger than the moment. Champions get obsessed. They want the perfect result in an imperfect world. They chase excellence knowing perfection is impossible, but progress is always available. People doubted the great ones before they were great. They heard all the criticism, all the comparisons, all the reasons they couldn't win. But instead of breaking them, those voices lit a fire. They pushed harder, trained longer, and sharpened themselves into something unstoppable. It became personal. Life will always be hard. But you have to continue. You owe yourself the fight. You owe yourself the vision. You owe yourself the dream. When you fall, you get up before the count reaches 10. If you stay down, it's not because you're broken. It's because you didn't want it enough. But if you rise, even bleeding, even exhausted, even unsure, you prove to yourself that you can survive anything. You are capable of a comeback greater than your setback. Your strength grows in the moments when everyone else gives up. If the world says no, tell yourself yes. You have the ability to build a life beyond what anyone imagines. You just have to climb, step by step, day by day, believing there is always a step forward even when you can't see it yet. Success is lonely because few people are willing to carry the weight it demands. But the path is there for anyone willing to walk it. And if you truly decide that you will not stop, that you will not surrender, that you will not waste the time you've been given, you will build a life that nobody can deny. You will cast a shadow so big that doubt disappears inside it. Work hard. Stay relentless, believe deeply, and remember the life you want is within reach, but only if you refuse to waste a single moment on anything less than your absolute best.